Welcome back. I'm Martin. A little late today, but I think that's fine. Let's just check if everything is working. And it will be an amazing speed dating today. Amazing. I'm so excited. Really, those four libraries. One is more beautiful than the other. They're all four boutique developers, so it's not the mainstream, the big ones. There are two big ones that I really love and that I really use often. But once in a while you need special sounds, and those are getting more and more into my workflow. Bunker samples I use a lot. Meanwhile, fluffy audio, I really start to love fluffy audio. They have amazing stuff. Check out their spaghetti western. Really a unique thing. Check out even their Venice Modern strings. Cinematic Alpha is getting better, is getting really better. So there's this curve just going up. And I discovered the wonderful Fionn Elisa with her very first sample pack. So today we will have really wonderful stuff going on. Let me quickly, yes, okay, it looks good. So if there should be someone already in the chat, Steph, no problem. Thanks for your ongoing support. Let me know quickly in the chat that you can see me, that you can hear me. Last time we had a small problem with the mixer over there. Should be fixed. And then we will dive right into the speed dating, because this is not, one of my 60, 90, 120 minutes streams where I really go into detail about one library. No, I would like to make those speed dating streams maybe twice a month, really as a head up. Every developer has its very own thank you for the feedback. Every developer has its own walkthrough, its own demo tracks, everything. I don't have much time at the moment even to write demo tracks and stuff like this, but I really would like to keep up the tradition now of those speed dating things. Really just to give you a head up about libraries that really touch me. Even this is personal. Maybe today I show you four libraries and you say, okay, Martin, sorry, what's so special about them? I find them very special, each in its very own way. And what's so funny, you see, as always, I prepared already something, and those four, they even work so incredibly good together. So Thomas, hey, nice to see you. So speed dating. So I shouldn't talk too much. We should get this running as quick as possible. Put on the headphones, and I really don't know where to start today. They are really beautiful. I will try, as always, 10-15 minutes for each library just to show you. There's this one, check it out. And today, and this is for me at least a very new thing, thanks a lot to Nikolai from Bunker Samples, I have the chance to show you today the Iremia Solo Violin, and this library is not even on the market yet. So you really get a world premiere of a library that you can't even purchase at the moment, but it will be published very soon. And I love it. I love the Bunker strings. I really love the Bunker strings for their playability and for what they have to offer, especially going through. We'll dive in. So where should I start with? I think I will show you one thing. So Fionn Elisa, an amazing singer, really has pretty cool credits even in her book. And if we in the sample world, if we think about the epic voice and the Viking voice and that stuff, normally there are 2 or 3 names that come up, and as good as they are, you spot them right away. Oh, it's her again. And with Fionn Elisa, there is something new on the market now, which is equally good, but it's different because it's a different voice. And in this case, Awen, which is her very first sample pack. I mean, it's a sample pack, so it's not a Kontakt or whatsoever library that you can play. It's just wave files, but they are incredibly good. And let's just do this. So I have here just chosen one, and let's just listen to it. So then maybe we start with Awen by Fionn Elisa. So The good thing, first of all, with everything that there are breaths, there are melodies, there are chants, there are single notes, and all this, you get always two versions. You get a dry version, and then you get a wet version. And me personally, of course, I do prefer absolutely the dry version, because then I can put on my effect chain and everything to make it sit in my mix. If you don't have those possibilities, then you even get, already the versions. And if you listen to something like this, of course, for this I would use Black Hole. Sounds like this then. And you would imagine, I think, a tagelharper and maybe some Viking percussion. This sound. Amazing, isn't it? But you can use this in a very hybrid setup too. In this case, a little bit of Vento from Heaviosity, a little bit of Damage too. Sounds like this. Doesn't end here. You can use this in another context again with Silk and Lotus, which I will present today even from Fluffy Audio. And then it sounds like this. So you see how versatile this is. It really depends on where you would like to place it. And now there comes the big surprise. You can even use it with Exoria from Cinematic Alpha, a little bit of the Iremia Solo Violin. And it sounds like this. So what is Awen? What is Awen? Let's head over to her website. So Awen is an ethereal Celtic vocal sample pack. The good thing is this whole pack costs 30 quid. This is really a fair price. You get 200 vocal files, or dry or with the effect. And yeah, about Fiona. So she did a whole lot of stuff for Netflix, for PlayStation, Warhammer, and other games and stuff like this. So she is a name, in the industry. It's not just someone like, hey, I would like to do a sample pack. And if we watch what you get in the sample pack, so you get a reel of her. This is something that I already loved a lot. Just like, greeting you and telling you, yeah, thanks for buying it, and who she is and what she does, and this stuff, then you get, and even this is so beautiful, this is so well thought out. You do get a PDF file where she explains, because this is in Welsh and in English, and where there is text going on, she's explaining like melody and chants. One, there is I can't speak Welsh. Pedro, hey, cool to see you. Italy and Portugal. Thomas is always in the most beautiful places all over the planet. And then she even, says, for example, number 3 is tell me now, where shall we go? English. And in the 2, then there is the Welsh text, but underneath there is the translation. These are the details. Why I tell you, I choose the libraries, I show you why. For this, when I see things like this, then I can understand how much love goes into a project like this. So yes, I needed to show you this sample pack. Then there's a usage guide where she explains in detail that everything is sampled in 24-bit, 48 kilohertz at 70 BPM. And then you get, the dry vocals, the FX treated versions. You get ad-libs where there are textures and natural expressions, whispers and breaths, sung notes and melodies and chants. Then she explains everything about the English and the Welsh. And Welsh words are hard to say, yeah, especially for me. I'm Bavarian, so I have problems speaking German. Imagine other languages. And then there's the license agreement. And I suggest let's just listen to some of them. And I will always go, for the dry version. I will always go for the dry version. But I might show you even What's going on? Der Befehl kann nicht geeigneten Spuren ausgewählt sind. Ah, okay, now because I'm stupid. So, okay, of course I need to choose an audio track in this case. Now I can take them. There we are in the Awen Ethereal Celtic folder. And just to show you ad-libs, dry. I open up the very first one, I play it. You know, this is how it sounds. And if you go into the wet folder, then the very same would sound like this. So really beautiful, but you know, if I need to place those samples into a track of mine, then I have my effects chains, it needs to sit in there. So really well thought out that you get, you know, the dry version and the wet version. Let's just listen to some more. Most of them are sampled, and even there's written the key behind every single sample. You know, A minor and D minor are the most used ones, but let's face it, guys, we mostly write in A minor or D minor because, you know, I like writing in D, you know, that running gag. And let's just listen. Incredibly good, sampled even. Let's take a bigger one. So really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Of course, you know, in the wet folder, it sounds, if you listen to them like this, it sounds way better, but I think you all have, you know, your preferred reverb plugin. Then let's go for some of the sung notes. So these are just notes, you know, that you could place like the O's, the M's, the A's. And I think I told even this, yes, in this case, the problem is, you know, you're a little bit bound to the 70 BPM or 140 BPM, except you stretch it and you can't alter it, you can't play it. But for example, if you think about what you heard at the end, you know, those variations, if you have them sampled, you can use them. If you don't have them, then it's just A's and O's and stuff like this. So I like it a lot. Then there are the whispers and breaths. Okay, yeah, it's just take this one. Let's just take this one. How cool is this one? I placed this one here just to show you what I would use. Then switch off everything except a soundscape. Switch off even this one. I will show you. Yeah, and then here we have the breath. Then on this one, you really just use whatever you want. I would use black hole on this one. For example, Factor Preset's biggest reverb ever. Solo it. Adjust the level a little bit. And then you get this. Okay, was still too strong, but I think you get the idea. I need to lower it way more. Okay, should do. Absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's continue with some more. You know, I always have during those streams the problem, the one screen, I have those two wonderful screens. If some of you should know a software where I can stream one screen whilst both of them are switched on, then please let me know in the chat, please let me know in the comments, wherever you want, because I use the NDI tools, and unfortunately if I switch on both screens, then this is the desktop for NDI and it streams both of them and it's just completely useless. Davide, ma che piacere vederti, ciao. And yeah, let's listen to some more of them. We had the whispers and breaths. What didn't we have yet? The song notes we had. The melody and chants. This is where this library shines, absolutely. Let's listen maybe to the wet ones. And as I said, you know, every melody and chant, there's the D minor or the A minor. And if it's English, yeah, then it's English. And if it's Welsh, there was this PDF file that I showed you before, even interpreting, you know, telling you, translating what precisely she is singing there. So it's not that you use... yeah, there was a library once with fantasy language where I joked around like, yeah, my dog died yesterday, you know, something like this, because if you don't know what precisely is going on there. So, oh, what a beautiful one. What a beautiful one. Let me use this. Let me use this. Sorry guys. This was not planned, but I like it. So, place the whisper at the beginning, then we place this. Let's just see how it works. I will place the flute, this one, and the percussion. Let's go. No, doesn't work like this. Wasn't planned like this. Let's forget about this one. Let's put it in here like this. Beautiful library, beautiful library. Fionn, well done, really well done. Thanks for this beautiful, beautiful library of yours. I know, sorry. We want to play them. Even that's a really beautiful one. Wow. And this one I would like to hear dry now. This one I would like to hear dry now. Wow.
Cysgotion y nos sy'n galw.
Amazing quality.
I walk through time alone.
Yeah, an English one.
Without you there.
So I hope, you know, I could give you
in another dream.
Let's do
My
this.
soul
Let's do this even with the someone with the text. Just have it in here out of curiosity.
in another dream.
Okay, in this case, the biggest reverb ever is maybe a little overdoing it. Yeah, that's it for Awen. I think I used more or less the 15 minutes that I would like to dedicate to every library. Yeah, what do you think? I mean, what do you think? Is it an amazing sample pack or not? I like it. I like it a lot. Fionn excuses herself. She's on a journey at the moment. This is why she couldn't be in the chat, because she really liked the idea to be in the chat, because I always try to get the developers on board if I can, because then you have the chance really to chat even with the people creating those beautiful instruments. But who knows? I mean, maybe she will come up with a second sample pack. Maybe she will make a library even one day, and we will hear more of her. I would love to, absolutely. I absolutely dig the voice. I like it a lot. You can check out even her YouTube channel. And in the description of this stream, of this video, you do find the links where you can get those libraries, those sample packs and everything. Yeah, and that was Awen. And what do we do now? Let's maybe go in line. Because the first thing that I have here is Exoria. Exoria from Cinematic Alpha. So Andrew Fly even is back with Exoria. And this library really is a beautiful, beautiful child of his. We had lots of discussion over the last month. And Andrew is a guy that is really listening. That's even, you know, I told you I've chosen 4 really special, 4 really beautiful libraries. Exoria is one of them. So it's even here, as we did before, we can go here on the website of Cinematic Alpha. So this is the first cinematic library powered by the Spark engine. I will show you what this is. Groundbreaking vector-based modulation system that brings movement and life to every sound, crafted for composers working in film, games, whatsoever, YouTubers. And cinematic palette of pads, keys, Brahms, cinematic effects, and stuff like this. 2 things that are really... Oh, Andrew is in the chat. So you can chat with Andrew Fly from Cinematic Alpha. If you have questions, ask him directly. 2 things that I even really liked about Exoria, even if Andrew didn't tell it anywhere here, except the thing he sampled his very own son. So you find in this one the voice of his son, which he developed into a vocal pad. And there are even string recordings, you know, from older sessions that he did, even as a composer. There are real string samples used, because I was so surprised when I heard the very first demos that he brought out, like, wow, those strings really sound natural, they really sound different. So, and even here the price is really fair. It is at the moment $99. That's the intro price. So I think for what you get, that's a fair price. You need the full version of Kontakt, but hey, you need the full version of Kontakt. Okay, you don't need the full version of Kontakt for this library. You need the full version of Kontakt, okay? Andre even offered some giveaways, which I denied because I didn't ask the others for giveaways. So I just wanted to be fair. So I ask everyone, and then we have giveaways from everyone. And then it just came out the very last second. He was so nice to say, hey, I have giveaways for you. We will do the giveaways. We will use the giveaways, not today, but we will use them. And let's head over to Exoria. So there you are. So that's the interface. That's the interface, and in Exoria you do get, there should be a folder, Cinematic Alpha. Let's dive into that folder. There it is. So you have individual pads, motion pads A, motion pads B, bonus Brahms, bonus effects, and bonus keys. Let me quickly... Wow, yeah, we even have big fans of Cinematic Alpha. Nice to have you in the chat, Elna. Really, thanks for showing up. And I would like to show you here what I did here. Just what I did here for the example. I had one of the motion pads, which simply sounds like this. And there you see even the Spark engine working. There you see what this thing can do. I used one of the Brahms, really gnarly, nasty Brahms, and I used this beautiful which is called Nick Fly, which is Andrew Fly's son that has been sampled there. So if we go onto this one, I can show you right away what exactly is going on here. In Exoria, you do have 4 layers. They're called area here, so you have area 1, 2, 3, 4. You can switch them on, you can switch them off. Let's just do this. I will switch off the Spark engine, so I have one sound at a time. Then here you have the volume, the tune, the panning and the width. You have the envelope, you have the filter, you have the EQ for that area. So in this, they are individual. You do have then the effects here, the chorus, the filter, the lo-fi, the revolution and the delay. Those are global, so you can't say on area 1 I would like to have a little bit of delay, whilst on area 2 I would like to have the reverb, and on area 3 and area 4 but like you can't have this. So they are global, but you do it always in tracks. I mean, that's not a problem. If you can't do it with the engine and you would like to have something like this, then just use 3, 4, 5 tracks or whatsoever. Then here you have the modulation. The modulation instead is really for the areas. So you have a low frequency oscillator 1, 2, 3, 4 for the 4 layers, and here you choose on off and what precisely it should do. So for area 1, the volume, the tune, the panning, the cutoff, the reverb, the drive, the width, same for 2, 3, 4. Really well thought out. So this is a beast. So this is an engine, you know, the engines that I like, the things where I have a sound in mind and I would like to achieve that sound, and the more I can do in the engine within one preset, the better it is for my personal workflow. Guys, please don't get this wrong. You know, this is my personal workflow and I like it if a library offers me this, and Exoria does this. And then you have even the envelope here, and it's the very same thing. You can choose what this envelope should do. We were talking about the Spark engine. So in this case, you have on the main page, I will show you this mixer here in the middle, the XY pad. What is the XY pad doing? It's like in other libraries. If you think about Awen, for example, from Heaviosity, you have the very same thing. You have in this case on an Awen, you have 3 layers, here you have 4, and this is just the XY pad. You see, going through the 4 sounds. If it's centered, then all 4 of them, you know, have the same volume, and then you can just give I didn't want this. Come on. You know, this is area 1, area 2, area 3, area 4. It's a mixer, if you will. And then with the vector, you can choose the shape if you would like to have it circular or vertical or horizontal. And then here you say, in this case, if you switch it on here, you have to click on the word spark. See, it goes just vertically up and down. You have here the speed, and this is really well done, because it's in bars or anyhow time synced. You know, 4th, 16th, 4th, the depth, how much, and the smoothness. So really, really well done. Okay, just to show you the possibilities that you have with this tiny little spark thing here. You know, it looks so innocent. It's not. It's a beast. And if you select this, then it walks around in a circle. And in this case, let's give it a little bit of depth. This is cool, isn't it? Quicker. And there you create your evolving paths, your evolving sounds. So, I suggest I open up a new track just to show you what Exoria sounds like, because there's lots of stuff to discover in this one. As I said, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 folders. We start with the individual pads. The Exoria Orchestra. Then air strings. especially in the higher registers. Then yeah, we need to be quick. We need to be quick. You know, it's a quarter per library. Powerful lights. Nick Fly, we already had the voice. Let's do something with this one. A little bit of shimmer on it. And a little bit of black hole on it. And just imagine what we will have here now. This. A beautiful sound just gets more beautiful. Oh, I like it. Exoria, I like it. I really like it. Then, quick, interstellar organ. Oh, you even have this here, sample start. You can choose the sample start. Andrew, if I forget anything, you know, just, you know, hit me up in the chat. Let me know. Granular brass. So those are only the individual pads. Voices from Radio Nebula. I think you get the idea. Next folder, the motion pads. The Tale of Andrew Fly. The Tale of Andrew Fly. Is it major or minor? The Tale of Andrew Fly. Major. Yeah, good choice. Then the gravity of love. So this library goes a little bit in the direction of Infinity One, a little bit in the direction of soul, if you will, a little bit the direction of gravity. There's, you know, all those beautiful paths in a wonderful engine. Time Bloom. Oh. Yeah, that's a problem because I could play this for hours, but we have only 15 minutes. Liquid Dusk. Okay, motion pads B. I hope you get the idea, really. I hope you get the idea what this library can bring to your palette. Again, here the whole magic is happening thanks to the Spark engine. I switch this off. It's way more static. I switch it on. And it's evolving. Then Liquid Thread. Frozen Stretch. There's a lot of body in the low end even. Radiant Spiral. Beautiful instrument. Broken Light. Then Brahms, individual patches, motion patches. Some of the Brahms. Just one curiosity, I think they are not time synced. No, they're not. They're not. So in case of, you know, you play the note, you render the note, and then you just drag a little bit more to the left, to the right to have them precisely on your grid, but I like it. This one going down. Then Frozen Thunder. They're really long. Being a Brahm, you could use them even as a drone. They're just there. So we think about Brahms like the Hans Zimmer stuff, like boom, boom. You know, but this one is cool because they are so long. They're so incredibly long. The Howler. Titan Pulses. No way. Look, the revolution. Amazing what it does, the reverb in this case. And yeah, then motion pads, some motion Brahms. They are time synced. They are time synced. Amazing. Well done. Really well done. Where they should be. Then we have the bonus effects. Rain. Santa Monica. Mars. Apache. Oh, we need to hurry up. I need a timer. So next edition there will be a timer just going down, 15 minutes going down, and whatever it's 0. Sarah Connor. Reacher. 3. Who is Sarah Connor? And then there are some bonus keys, even just some keys. And the individual patches, Interstellar piano, soft sine piano. Decadent. I love it. Classic synth. So yeah, that was Exoria. Way more than 15 minutes. Andrew did an amazing job. Then there is Silk and Lotus from Fluffy Audio. Well, let's head over to the website quickly. Silk and Lotus is just the third installment of their trilogy like Echoes of the Earth and the Zen Garden, and now there is Silken Lotus. It's a deeply expressive Kontakt library, and yes, it is deeply sampled. You might be surprised. And traditional instruments, ambient soul of East and Southeast Asia. This one is 129 euros. Even that's an amazing price, and absolutely amazing price for what you get if you are into that kind of music. Really be surprised, be prepared. We head over to Silk and Lotus. What did I use here before in the demo that we had? The Xiao flute, which is a legato instrument. Fluffy Audio, really, these guys know a thing or two about legato scripting, and even, you know, check out their Venice Modern Strings. If you you can't never have enough string libraries, and their Venice Modern Strings. And you have even ornaments, you know, key switches. Bernie! Grüß dich! So, and then I used this beautiful thing called the Daruan. So here you have the plucked ones. You hear on the various velocity layers that it's not just the same sound. Then you have a vibrato version of it. Tremolo. You have 3 microphones, the close, the mid and the far. Just to show you even here how the sound changes, of course. And then you have the aura and the wheel. You have here in the middle this small thing, and there with the left click you choose what the mod wheel should do. If it should do anything, or if it should affect the aura, the wheel, or everything, or affect the delay. What does it do? Let's do this here. Aura just adds some sound design to it, whilst wheel is adding a second layer. Let's say the bell tree. Then here, let's put this one to wheel, the mod wheel, and then with the mod wheel, I can dial in or out that second level, layer. So just to show you, know, even the tiny little details that even this engine is offering. And if we go now into Silk and Lotus, then let's play through some of the sounds. What else did I use of Silk and Lotus? Of course, just to show you, I even had here just one of those soundscapes. I used this beauty, the Tibetan bells. Wow, Nikolai! We have Nikolai even in the chat from Bunker Samples. So yeah, lots of stuff in Silk and Lotus, and let's... There it is. There it is. So you have the instruments, you have pads and soundscapes. Let's head over to a track that's not used yet, so to play with them, some of them. We have the Blossom Trees. Yeah, okay. You should switch it on, you know. Then, Bouncing Plugs. Butterflies. Dynasty Tales. Kotao. So you see, you know, pads and soundscapes. We need to speed up. It's speed dating. Then there is percussion. Asian percussion. Ui. In this case there was aura on it. So those are just the sounds. Then yes, you can put on aura. Aura, they describe it in the manual just like, you know, sound design magic. that you can add to it, you don't have to. And then wheel, let's do this. Let's take a bell tree. If you want, you know, if you want, that's the cool thing. Then you have the forest chimes. And this is fluffy audio, even Echoes of the Earth. I don't have the Zen Garden yet. I couldn't play with this one, but I have Echoes of the Earth, and it's the same thing. They just sample those rare instruments that are really, yeah, not mainstream. It takes a lot of courage, in my opinion, you know, to sample those kind of instruments. Then you have here the taigongs, the gamelan, a soft mallet, a hard mallet, and rolls. Taigongs, soft, hard. Then strings and plucked, daruan. Plucked, vibrato o tremolo. The erhu. Even in this case, legato. The gudzem. Vibrato. Tremolo. Liquin. Grace notes. Now, the Oriental strings. For the Oriental strings, they used samples from the Venice Modern Strings in the legato fashion. Fashion Schwabe, oder? Na. Beautiful, the pipa. Yeah, the last one, quickly, it's speed dating. If you are interested in one of those libraries to have a dedicated live stream, let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, leave a like, you know, YouTube circus. vocals, and even this, there's Heidi singing legato A. Let's do even here the thing, black hole on it. Factor presets, black hole. Legato O's. As I said before, they know a thing or two about legato scripting, legato words. Switch off black hole. Nikolai, thanks for this info. You know, you live in Vietnam, right? So even you are surrounded by all those beautiful exotic instruments. Soft words. Or legato. Then oriental legato. Oriental sustain. That's strange, because I press the key, I leave the key, it triggers something. I may or I may have not. This is a teaser, Nikolai. It does it only on the slide up. And then even here, really, really cool phrases. And they are time synced. So you can sync them to the tempo of your DAW. Amazing feature, obviously. Heidi staccato. And winds. Bamboo Xan legato. Which, by the way, Bunker Samples, they have this incredible instrument called Outer World. I only had a small amount of time to play with it, but it's an incredible instrument. So if you're curious, you know, after the stream, obviously, not now, check out Outer World, because if I remember well, it will have an increase of price soon. So if you would like to have this instrument, be quick, get it, as it's at the lower price range. Even here phrases, the bavou. Yes, speed dating is hard work. You know, if you're in love with the library, like all of those four, you know, you would like to show everything and play everything and would like to do even more live composing. But no, that's not the concept of this show. Phrases. This is just, you know, to tease you, like those four touched me. This is why I'm showing you. Those four. The dizzy. The hulusi. I think you get the idea. Where is it? And this you can use even as a drone, where you choose the note underneath. flutters, shakuhachi, just so you know. Sustain. Staccato. So yeah, I think time is nearly up for Silk and Lotus by Fluffy Audio, Xiao Phrases D minor. And the Xiao itself. Beautiful, beautiful library. Silk and Lotus, really. But check out the whole trilogy. Echoes of the Earth, Zen Garden, and Silk and Lotus. They really, really get you covered for this kind of music. Incredibly deeply sampled and lots of details. I think I showed you. And now we come to bunker samples. Bunker samples. Again, I really like to use the bunker strings because they have something. Yeah, I mean, they are, Nikolai, always, correct me if I'm wrong. They are not like the solo violin, which again, world premiere. You can't buy this instrument. I mean, you can buy it, but you can't have it at the moment. It's not even published, and now we have the chance already to play with it and to listen to it. It's not planned, or it's not meant to be, your solo violin. Those are textures. It's a soft solo textures. The whole Iremia series, and Nikolai did a really mad, and if I say mad, normally it's in a very positive way, job by placing microphones within the instrument, so you don't have only the close and the super close. I missed. No. We do now. The violin, Nikolai. I don't play the violin. My daughter plays the violin, and of course, once in a while, I play with the violin. And it's really different if you have it here and you can hear the bow going over the strings and in those noises, and if you're 1 or 2 meters distant. So, and he really represented that with the placement of his microphones, especially with the microphone within the instrument. And again, those are thought out as textures. And I had so many, I should say, because now they're on a hard disk somewhere, they're behind. Textural libraries, and they are really good if you need to play a D minor chord and then let that chord just play for 5 minutes. Then those most, not all, but most of those textures are good like for this. But if you need to do something musical, quick chord changes or whatsoever, then many of those textural libraries, they completely fail because they have already 2 or 3 seconds, to dive into the sound. And bunker samples, even if they're a textural library, they are so musical, they are so playable, they are so, right away there. I will finally make a video making of where I orchestrated something, and I used the bunker strings, and thanks to them, we had the result that we had. So yes, amazingly good libraries. So what is Iremia Solo Violin all about, and what's new? Because with the violin now, there are 2 new features. First feature is you do have here the trigger keys, but you can drag them, and the whole interface changes. Look how cool is this? It's changing. The sustain normale now is E1, and if I drag this, then it's on C#2. Pretty cool. Another cool feature that he added, Nikolai, when you press the mute button, now look at the memory footprint, it's 235 megabyte. If I mute the inside microphone, it drops down to 210, because it's not only muting, it's really purging the whole microphone samples then. So if you have a weaker machine, an older machine, or like me, when I'm traveling, I only have the MacBook with me, then this is a very, very useful feature. And bunker samples, of course, there's a whole folder dedicated to bunker samples. Just let me quickly find it. Then there is the violin instruments, and we start. No, I don't want to touch this because in the demo before, I will play it again. Okay, it wasn't this one that I used. You see, I was already playing too much with it. I do not remember what I used there. What a pity. I think I used something like this. Together with this before. Just to show you again quickly what we did before.
In another dream, my soul finds you. In another place.
So there I had just this texture in. So, new track, new luck. So here you have GS into Normale, the crossfade, which is from consordino to Normale, the sound. And even this is something that you can't do in real world, because the sordino is, you know, on the violin, on the viola, whatsoever. I don't have it here now. It's normally a piece made of rubber or whatsoever that you just place on the bridge, so the strings can't vibrate as they should, and the range is limited, so the sound gets really softer, and they use it normally sordino as a mute, especially for practicing, you know, if they practice. So and what Nikolai did on the dynamics normally, yeah, you have obviously to put it on. You have the sound with the sordino, and you have the normal sound. So you really can do expressive stuff that, at least with all the libraries that I have, I can't do it with any other library. I can do it only. Then yes, there's the ADSR. Then here there is the delay and the reverb that you can switch on, that you can choose from. And then if you go here, then here you have the send to the reverb and to the delay. Even that's pretty cool, because it's really, you know, I put on the reverb, for example, so there is no change at all, even if it's on now. And I can even use the biggest one that there is, just to, why? Because I have to send it, you know, and this really channel for channel. You see now, the inside microphone does have the reverb on it, but only the inside microphone. The super close mic, still not. Yes, love it. Absolutely love it. Because, yes, you just shape your sound. You create your sound. If you're a working musician, you know precisely what it means if you have those features. This is not just show off. This is really something that you need, especially if you work with professionals that have very unique needs, and they tell them, you know, they tell you their needs. And with libraries like this, you just can, yes, I can do it. Like, no problem for me. Grüß dich! Grüß dich! Daniel, so. Just even, maybe let's do something. The inside mic sounds like this. The super close mic. The close mic. The mid. And this is already the sound that we normally use to hear if you're with a violin, viola, cello player in a room, and then there's the far mic. The mic, which is the mic that you normally use if you're in the audience hearing a player. So, sustain piano. Even this, you know, there's the triple piano. And the piano. And then the super consordino to sordino, so they are so soft. You know, another company would call it at the edge of silence. Random rebo. Nigel, hey, good to see you. How are you? Nigel is having a very cool YouTube channel doing really good reviews. If you haven't subscribed to Nigel's channel yet, then now is the chance, really. Another cool feature that you can do now, I will show you then in the main patch, you can now even layer various articulations. Even that's a really cool feature. Tremolo bursts. Vibrating pulses. So yes, I need to go up. It's a violin. There we are at what I said before. This thing was not born and it's not meant to be your solo violin. You know, these are textures, but do it with your textural libraries if you can play like this. I think I showed you the engine. Yes, we went through those things too. Harmonics. So this is then there are the dynamic sustains, and even here you go from triple P to double P to P, triple piano, double piano, piano. So beautiful. Let's go in the inside microphone. Definitely worth it. The super close one, same story. Then the sustain consordino. Sorry, all the microphones just like it was pre-mixed maybe, more or less. And the sustain super consordino, very soft, I guess. Imagine this with a triple P piano underneath, what it might be. Then yes, there's the main articulations, the sustain normale. And here, for example, we take the random rebow normale. No, let me random rebow consordino and the sustain consordino. This would be the random rebow. Yeah, let your cat in. And if you press shift now, from now on, you know, with the Iremia series, you have the possibility to do this. And now we have both articulations selected, and now they play together. Or this one in, this one out. Come on. Okay. How beautiful is this instrument? Love it, really, from the very first Irema. I think, was it 4 years ago, something like 4 years ago, I discovered bunker samples. I got bunker strings to right way. And then, yeah, along the way, I got in contact with Nikolai, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful instruments, beautiful techniques, incredibly good and deep sampling. The only thing that you can't do with Nikolai, we discussed about it, you can't mix them at the moment against each other, like sustain normale and vibrato pulses. But I would like to have the sustain normale a little lower. That's not possible at the moment. So if I would like to do this, I still would need 2 tracks, but hey, that's not even needed. Or maybe for a future update. Sustain super consordino. So in this case, you know, you have the main textures, whilst the other ones you have the crossfade between the dynamic layers, or between the consordino and the not sordino, or like in the bunker strings, you know, from 4 players, I think, up to 16 players and stuff like this. Incredible stuff that Nikolai did there. And I don't know, Nikolai, you know, the story, the story about this opening up and closing, or should we just put a stone on top and leave it? Because yeah, another company made a big thing out of it, like we invented hot water. It wasn't really them. Because it's really cool, you know, in bunker strings you have the possibility, you know, to amplify the number of players with the mod wheel. That's so cool. So you have really 4 players playing, and then just, you know, the others just dig in, and it ends up being 16 players and stuff like this. Really cool, really cool. So yeah, those are, as I said, the main textures. And yes, Nigel, of course you could. Of course you could. It was just the thing, you know, when I learned about this cool feature, I just thought, wow, if I now could mix them against each other just to create the texture that I want. But you can do it in a multi, you can do it in 3 different tracks. That's absolutely not a problem. It's anyhow really cool that you can do it, because you can now bring to a sustain a little bit of movement. Nikolai, you mad genius. More. Okay. Oh. Guys, it's speed dating. It's speed dating, okay? So there is no time to play with all those. Again, that's today, the 4 libraries today, they really touched me, all 4, in a very special way, and I could play with all 4 of them for at least an hour, for how much I like them. So here you have the swells. Yeah, 1 second, 3 seconds. How cool is that? Then you have the swell normale. Or the swell with the consordino. And that's it. That's it for today's really speed dating. Let's just do again what we did at the very, very beginning. Let me play you again. Now, how we started this whole thing. We started this whole thing with Fionn Elisa's. And as I said, normally you would expect something like this underneath. From, in this case, from Groth, a tail harper, and some percussion. Okay, 70 BPM, sorry. There we are. Then I showed you that you can use Awen even in a very hybrid way. In this case, really Vento and Damage 2 from Heaviosity with this one. Then I showed you Awen with Silk and Lotus from Fluffy Audio, because really today those libraries, they really match so good. And then we used even Exoria. I hope that I didn't destroy the Exoria part, playing with it. And even here, you know, the Iremia Solo Violin in it, and it sounds like this. No, it wasn't like this. Probably I just switched off the Spark engine. No, it's on. What's going on then? Was it a different patch? There we are. Yeah, that's it. That's it really from my side for today. It's Italy. It's summer. Something like 28 degrees outside. So I will go for a swim now, I think, just to refresh a little bit. It's really hot in here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm completely sweating, and this doesn't help. It was way too little. I think there will be way more now, really freezing from the fridge. Thanks to everyone joining the chat. Thanks to Nikolai for being in the chat. Thanks to Andrew Fly being in the chat. Fionn told me from the beginning she won't be available today as she's traveling at the very moment. Thanks, obviously, you know, to all four today, bunker samples, fluffy audio, Fiona, Lisa, and cinematic audio, for handing over, you know, the NFR copies. Without the NFR copies, it won't be possible for me, you know, to do those streams and to show you those libraries. And those four today, really, they have been very special to me, you know, for many reasons, because there's a very good even contact with all four of them, you know, behind the scenes. You know, those are human beings that you can talk to, that you can dialogue with, and friends. Yeah, they became friends and everything. So yeah, I really had fun today. It was really beautiful for me today to do this. And as I said before, you know, if you have the chance, leave a like, leave a comment maybe afterwards. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. All this stuff that even YouTube would like to see, to make the channel grow, because the bigger the channel gets, then obviously, you know, the more possibilities we all have. And I say again, Andrew Fly was so nice to offer a giveaway, which I didn't accept, because I said I didn't reach out to the others, you know, for giveaways. So but yes, there will be even giveaways. You know, it normally when I do streams and there are giveaways, I have a really cool video in the making for Project Sam, my really good friends over at Project Sam, the very first libraries I ever bought, you know, Orchestral Essentials 1 and 2, and I still love them and I still use them. So there's a cool video in the making about those two libraries, why I love them, why I loved them, why you should love them, and how much you can learn about orchestration and all this stuff. Yeah, because the video is coming out, then yes, I still would like to do the videos about the 3 short movies that I scored last year, about this orchestration stuff that I did last year. Yeah, so many things that I would like to do, and so less time. And even, yes, I'm writing a lots of music at the moment for a project that probably, yeah, if everything goes well, then next year there will be the first chuck for the very first scene. We will see. And that's it, really, that's it from my side for today. The fresh water is waiting for me, and enjoy your weekend, really. Have a wonderful weekend. Make good music always. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video or on the next live stream. Bye bye.